Hi, good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Say yes, something.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening. So today's Salesforce training with real-time scenario and interview preparation demo. So let's see our trainer profile. So you all know I'm Swapna. I have 15 plus years of experience in software design and development. I have worked in different domains: healthcare, finance, insurance, banking, e-commerce, right? And I have worked on total 19 projects in my experience and worked on the different technologies like a mainframes, MUMPS Programming, HL7, VB.NET, and Salesforce. And I have worked on 16 Salesforce projects in different clouds. And I have experience in configuring the Salesforce application using the administration. I have end-to-end knowledge and experience on Salesforce Consulting using Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Community Cloud. I have a design and development experience using the Apex, Visualforce page, Lightning Aura component, LWC, which is a Lightning Web component, and integration. I have experience in Salesforce integration using the REST and SOAP API. So far I have a 10 cross Salesforce certified. If you wanted to cross verify those certifications, you can go through the Trailhead links. So this, if you wanted to check my Trailhead, let me ping you these links. So this is my Trailhead link. And in case if you wanted to verify my credentials, you can verify my credentials. So my certifications. So what you can do is go to the Salesforce. Okay, search for a Trailhead. So in Trailhead, so go to the Trailhead. In Trailhead, we have here certification, verify certification. So what you can do is you can enter my full email ID, Swapna for Salesforce@gmail.com, and click on search. So once it is done, it will open up the result for Swapna for Salesforce. If you click on this credential info, it will take you to the credentials. And if you click on print view, what will happen? It is going to show us all the certification that I'm holding right now. So I'm holding 10 certifications. So, and also we have a LinkedIn and YouTube channel. So for the LinkedIn, you can go through the link, which I'm going to paste it here. And also we have a YouTube channel. In the YouTube channel, you can just click on this link, which I have pasted in the chat. So just subscribe it. And also other than this, we have a Telegram, which we have started it. So I have pinged all the links in the chat. So you can go through those. And currently I'm working in a multinational company as a Salesforce consulting manager and architect. With passion, I'm giving training on Salesforce consulting, administration, and Salesforce development with Apex, Visualforce, sockles, also Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language, Lightning Aura component, LWC, along with the JavaScript. I'll be teaching that. So, and I'll be teaching the Salesforce integration with REST and SOAP APIs. So this is all about me. And today's agenda will be, so we'll have a 17 parts. So this session is divided into the 17 parts. So we will go through each part. Each part has a different content in it. So which you will be getting all the knowledge related to the Salesforce. And in between, we will be asking you questions and try to answer that and focus on the point which I'm explaining it, or whoever is explaining, just focus on that. So part one, I'll hand over to Madhu.
Hi, I am Madhu. For 8 parts, I am going to take. After that, Swapna will come for technical part. In the first part, we will see usually some people learn Salesforce. Some people want to learn Salesforce. 2 category people are there in our sessions, and might be some people, those who are already working in the Salesforce, but at high level, we need to understand some things, because we are getting so many queries from the people, how to get job into Salesforce. For that, we have added some slides here. So what is the path to get into Salesforce? Either you learn from online resources, or complete Trailhead batches, or do certification. Which one is correct? Next, when you go for online resources, there are so much content is available. Even we have YouTube content. There are a lot of material is available for Salesforce. The main purpose to keep material online or to post in YouTube is, first thing is to share knowledge. That when we share knowledge, we get some views, we get some identification. It might help others. But here the point is, it will completely help us when we are going through YouTube sessions or something, that we cannot say, because many people are learning from YouTube and finally they have question where to go, how to go. So when to go for these YouTube sessions, you need to complete proper training sessions from starting to ending with a proper starting point and proper ending point, with guidance from anyone. The person who is known to you, who is working in Salesforce, or from the instructor. Otherwise, you will be not knowing what path you are going. So that point I want to clarify. Next, many people are doing Trailhead. So when Trailhead is useful, when you are doing Trailhead badges without proper technical skills, it is like swimming in the pool for lifelong with a tube. You are not removing your tube. You are just swimming. Because Trailhead is like almost real-time project. They mention everything step by step what to do. If you have very good English communication skills to understand, you can achieve Trailhead badges and you can become any ranger. Without understanding technical concepts clearly, to execute project, it is very difficult. You have to understand technical concepts clearly from basic level to advanced level, then try Trailhead. For each topic, you need to have clear understanding, then you have to do Trailhead. Otherwise, no use. You will see only badges, no subject. So people are doing certifications. Why we do certifications? The general myth is if we don't have certification, they don't shortlist. It is true. When you have certification means you have real-time project experience, you have expertise in that subject area. This is for sure. But if you finish certification without this knowledge and without subject, there is no use. Don't run behind certifications. You need to have technical skills. You need to finish Trailhead. You need to work on real-time project, then do certification. This is the path you have to follow for certification. Just having certification will not help in clearing interviews. It might be useful to shortlist your resume, but not clearing your interviews. Or you might not work on projects if you have certifications. I hope this is clear for everyone. Next, after this certification, technical skills, Trailhead, certifications, before certifications, real-time project knowledge, then we will build resume. So resume is very important. It shows our skills and experience. We get so many resumes every day. But when we see those resumes, we easily identify that people are not working. By looking at resume, within 30 seconds, recruiters will identify. Nowadays, automated systems are there to identify your resumes. Not only keywords, how you organized your resume is very important. It is the first step for shortlisting your profile is your resume. Screen is not visible. Can you see my screen? Vinit is saying screen is not visible.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
So we can see
Yeah.
clearly.
Okay. Your interview flow is completely based on your resume. Whatever you write in your resume, based on that only they will take interview. So we have one video for resume building. You can see that video in our YouTube channel. So that is pinged in chat. So it is a some 45 minutes to 1 hour video. I can't hear you. You might have not connected to audio, Umesh. Now, interview pattern is completely changed. Before, if you read FAQs from the online, we used to get offer letter. How it was like long back. Direct question. If you have theoretical knowledge, you can answer question. Something like what is trigger? What are different types of triggers? Anybody can answer this. If you have theoretical knowledge, you can answer. Next, few months back, interview was project questions, answer which you have prepared. There might be some different scenarios, sample scenarios you can prepare. They used to ask, explain how you use trigger in your current project. Means you have already no answer for this scenario because you have prepared 1 or 2 scenarios. You will explain these scenarios. They will ask counter questions. They used to ask counter questions from the scenario. These days also gone. Now, project question, answer which you need to think at the moment. When you are in the interview, that time you have to think of the answer. Not prepared answer. How they will ask? Write down trigger for a scenario. They will ask scenario from their project. For the company which you are attending interview, for their projects, what kind of scenarios are required? They will ask those scenarios. Those scenarios are common for all the company, might not be common. they ask you which challenge they have faced in their real-time project. The person who is taking interview, they will ask this question. For this question, if you want to answer, you need to have complete technical knowledge and project-oriented skills, project execution skills. You have to practice a lot. Salesforce is a very easy subject. You need to focus it in a proper way, plan it well, complete the course well. Then you can answer questions for the current market. How to get into Salesforce job? First, expertise in technical skills, then do Trailhead, then do certification, then prepare for interview, attend interviews, get offered. Don't think directly go for certifications or directly going for interviews, because it is time waste for the companies and for you. You might get disappointed. You might leave Salesforce completely. Be in a right path, then you will get job. So in the Salesforce, if you want to learn, first what you have to do is you have to divide this into 6 modules. First, basics. You need to understand basics of Salesforce. Then consulting. Consulting means you need to understand marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud functionality, because 80% of the projects are on these 3 clouds. Salesforce administration, how to configure Salesforce without code. Salesforce development, which covers Objects, Visualforce, SOQL, SOSL. Then Lightning Aura components and Lightning Web components, Lightning integration, REST and SOAP APIs. You have to divide modules like this and prepare. Either you are preparing from YouTube channel or preparing from anybody's live sessions or something. If you are attending live sessions, they will do this pattern. So why organizations are preparing Salesforce? There should be a reason, right? Because every business is automated. Why they are automating business? How they are automating? Using software technology to smoothen their business process. Business process means it involves mainly marketing. It is to promote products or services. It might be while manufacturing the products or after manufacturing the product. Then sales process, to sell products or services, while sales or after marketing, while manufacturing or after marketing. Service, to provide customer care, while selling or after selling. These 3 are the main parts of any business process. We do whatever the business you take, small business to enterprise business, from small supermarket to very big enterprise, bank, insurance companies, whatever they do, they need to follow these 3 processes. So organizations prefer software technology which have low licensing cost and the flexibility of the software technology. That is to save money, to save time, to smoothen the process, to provide best services to customers. So why organizations are preferring Salesforce? Salesforce is low licensing cost. It is a cloud concept available on rental basis as per the usage. Based on the number of users Salesforce technology you want to use, organizations has to pay for that. If 10 users are using Salesforce, they have to pay for 10 licenses on monthly rental. That is billed annually. So cloud concept has made the organizations to enter software market easily, because every organization want to make their software with low cost. Salesforce is one of them. The technology, when you come to technology part, Salesforce is providing CRM. when we purchase license from Salesforce, automatically we get Salesforce CRM. No need to build from scratch. If you take any .NET software, if you want to build any application, you have to build it from scratch. But if you take Salesforce CRM, Salesforce, you will automatically get Salesforce CRM. There you will have marketing, sales and service applications. You no need to build from scratch. It contains different clouds. So marketing cloud contains set of ready-made features to automate marketing process. Sales cloud contains set of ready-made features to automate sales process. Service cloud contains set of ready-made features to automate customer care process. So when you purchase license, you will get all these ready-made features ready to use. So why to use Salesforce? Why to learn Salesforce? That is about organizations. Organizations, they want to use for lesser price with more flexibility. But as a student, if you want to choose our career, why to go for Salesforce, not other technologies? There are Java, .NET, data science. They have equal opportunities like Salesforce. If you learn Java, .NET or data science, you will definitely have very good career. But they are purely coding. SAP, Oracle, Android, iOS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, all these technologies have job openings. So whenever you want to choose the technology, you have to check the history and future of the technology. Then only you have to learn. Otherwise, you will not get more number of job opportunities. Salesforce is world's #1 CRM from since long. Salesforce has the highest market share of 22.9% in CRM IT space. There are so many other CRMs. Oracle have CRM, SAP has CRM. So many people has their CRMs. If you consider 100% IT market, out of that 22.9% is of Salesforce. Means it has the highest market share. Most of the people are using Salesforce CRM. If you see Microsoft, SAP, Adobe, their percentage is very less in the market. But the Salesforce has highest market share. That's why they have highest job postings. The company size of the Salesforce, it was founded by Mark Benioff together with their friends in 1999. They started with 4 employees. Now in the Salesforce, there are 73,540 employees by end of December 2022. This is the way Salesforce has grown from 4 employees to 73,540 employees. The company revenue, Salesforce has target of $23 billion by 23 under the leadership of Mark Benioff. They have kept revenue target of $50 billion by 26. Because whenever organizations are working with high targets, then we can say that the organization is growing. They are keep on updating with latest technologies as per the market trends. Salesforce is releasing 3 releases every year. If you see this graph, how they kept their target from 2010 to till now, they kept a target and they are achieving as per the target. If you take Microsoft, they have $14 billion. Salesforce has reached $23 billion. SAP, Oracle, you check. Based on the revenue, we can see company growth, company standard. So there are many organizations are using Salesforce. finance, insurance, healthcare, banking, retail, transportation, oil, gas, manufacturing, education, media and entertainment, consumer goods. Many organizations from different domains are using Salesforce. You can see in customer success stories which organizations are using Salesforce. So 150,000 organizations are using Salesforce. Means there are so many job opportunities for Salesforce. Salesforce has Sales Cloud. These are the different products of Salesforce. Service Cloud, Essential Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Salesforce Platform, CRM Analytics, Experience Cloud, Financial Services Cloud, Health Cloud, Integration, Heroku, Vaccine Cloud. When organization purchase license from the Salesforce, they get all these clouds, means they get all features already developed by Salesforce. As a developer and administrator, we have to customize that application at minimum level, not from scratch. So they are coming up with new clouds. It is D2C, direct to customer. Nowadays, all organizations are using Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, and they are converting them like this to sell to customers. But they have directly introducing D2C cloud. It is like Philips selling directly their products to customers. And B2C, business to customer, retailer can send to end user, like Amazon to customers. If you want to build Amazon website, you can, if you take Salesforce B2C, you can directly use it with customization. No need to build from scratch. B2B, business to business, manufacturer to wholesaler. Toyota to sell their cars to dealers in a bulk. These three clouds they are introducing. So Salesforce is going to hit these markets. There are so many other plans for Salesforce. The Salesforce job market is very big. As per Glassdoor survey, if you take Salesforce technology, they have highest job postings from last 5 consecutive years. By 2026, Salesforce is going to have 9.3 million new jobs all over the world. See how they are increasing. Salesforce technology is going to have these many jobs in future. So company is good, jobs are available, then how to learn? Salesforce is 50% functionality and 50% coding. It is not complete coding. It is easy to learn. The functionality and configuration is very flexible. If you understand subject properly, it is very easy to work. The coding, programming syntax, and the writing code, it is very simple and direct. Sometimes we feel so many difficulties in other programming languages. That's why any person from any background, they are coming to Salesforce.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you give the example of coding?
Yeah, that Swapna will explain.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So why to launch Salesforce? We have seen history and growth. We have seen leadership of Mark Benham. The company size is increasing. Company revenue, they are with target, they are working on it. Job market is good. The learning curves and resources available. Lot of resources are available online for Salesforce. There is career guarantee for next 10 to 15 years for Salesforce. So what they expect when they want to recruit you, when you learn Salesforce, what organizations expect you? Organization prefers resources, those who have very good functional skills, like knowledge on different clouds, sales, service, and marketing, and technical skills. Those who have technical knowledge on admin, Visualforce, Apex, SOQL, SOSL, Aura, web components, and integration, what these technologies are, how it works, Swapna will explain. And you need to have very good communication skills because all projects are not from India. All projects in Salesforce from other countries. So you need to speak with clients. So you need to have very good English communication skills. You need to have very good project implementation skills. You need to implement real-time projects. So what questions we have to ask if you have finished Salesforce training or if you want to learn Salesforce? First point is, do I have very good communication skills, English communication skills? If not, whether I could able to improve? Do you have knowledge on any clouds, marketing, sales, service cloud? How much expertise I have? Do I have technical skills and administration, Visualforce, Apex, SOQL, SOSL, Aura, web components, integration? How much expertise I have? Can I implement real-time projects independently? You have to think of these 4 questions. And if you want to, if you can implement, how much percentage? If you cannot implement now, how much percentage help you needed from the team or somebody else? The solutions for this is get guidance with a plan of action to improve skills to handle projects independently. Take help from the experts to crack interview. Select a good guide instructor. Follow right guidelines. Practice well. Improve skills. Then you will get into job. So we are CDCA strategic trainings. We are located in Amirpet, Hyderabad. We provide industry standard real-time project-oriented training. We conduct Salesforce live sessions for Salesforce admin consulting, Salesforce development, Apex, Visualforce, SOQL, SOSL, Salesforce Lightning, Aura and web components, Salesforce integration, REST and SOAP APIs. We conduct interview preparation sessions for the people, those who have finished Salesforce training or those who are looking job in Salesforce. We conduct mock interviews for them. We build resume. We give placement assistance. We provide recorded sessions, class notes, and study material for practice. We have our YouTube channel. There we have all videos posted from basic level to advanced level. You can check. We have offline institute in Hyderabad, Amirpet. This is our LinkedIn profile, and this is our YouTube channel. Pasting in chat, you can check. So from this part, Swapna, you have any questions till this point? Then so I am handovering to Swapna. She will explain you technical aspects of Salesforce so that at the end, if you have any questions, we can answer.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So let's start from here. So why we are here today? So why we are here? To learn Salesforce, basically to understand what is the Salesforce. So let's see the today's session, what we are going to learn. So to know what is Salesforce, why to know about Salesforce, what is necessary to know the Salesforce. And without knowledge about Salesforce, will you learn the Will you learn about Salesforce? We need to know that. So these are the questions, like a few, whenever we start a Salesforce training, everybody gets these questions from the why to learn Salesforce? Do I need to really go through the Salesforce? Do I need to learn the Salesforce? Without learning, can I directly do the Trailhead and to get the job? So these all we will be discussing from here. So first, let's see Salesforce applications. So Salesforce provided three kind of applications to automate the business. Think about any business, which you know about any business, whatever the business that you know. Can you explain what are the business that you know? Just give me the example.
It is a cloud.
No, I'm asking any business, like you day to day, what are the business you see? Like a D-Mart is a business. Example for the business.
It is a health care department.
Yes. So whether it is a small business or a big business like a D-Mart or any vehicle store, Toyota, any business. So if you take any business, banking, yes, medical pharmacy company, anything, if you take every business has a three things, which they have to go through it. Any business, if we are starting it, first it has to go through the marketing application. Yes, water balls. So any marketing, they have to go through the marketing first. Once the marketing is done, then they have to go through the sale. So selling the application, so which is a sales application. Then they have to give the support for the customers, existing existing customers. They have to provide the support. For that, they need to go through the service application. So this is in a generic, not only the Salesforce, if you take any business process is divided into three types: marketing application, sales application, and service application. So let's view in the Salesforce. So Salesforce has two views. Now I'm jumping onto the Salesforce side, how the Salesforce looks like. So Salesforce is basically, it divides into the two views. One is a classic view, and second one is a lightning view. When the Salesforce started, Salesforce actually started with the classic. Then they have shifted it to the lightning. So right now Salesforce has a classic view and a lightning view. So classic view is basically, this is a classic view. Assume that this is a classic view and this is a lightning view. So in classic, we have a menu bar. Menu bar is basically where you can see all the icons, profile link, your name, everything will be appear on the menu bar. Similarly, in the lightning also, we have a menu bar. In the menu bar, all menu related items we can see. And below that, in classic, we can see tab bar. Tab bar is nothing but all the tabs will be there. Like we call account tab, contact tab, opportunity tab. Whereas in lightning, it calls navigation bar. In lightning, we have a navigation bar, which is like account navigation. I'm navigating to account, I'm navigating to contact, I'm navigating to opportunity. So in classic, the second one is tab bar, and in the lightning, second one, which is called as a navigation bar. Now the third one is a sidebar. The third one is sidebar. In the sidebars, we will see all kind of a recently viewed kind of setup, all those things will be there. And here in the lightning, what are the main menu is there, that is divided into two parts. One is this layout, this is called as a layout. So this is 3x4, and this is what are the details is there, we can see it here. So total 3 in the classic and in the lightning. First one, menu bar, it is same for both classic and lightning. And in classic, second one, tab bar. In lightning, it is a navigation bar. And classic third one is a sidebar. Lightning third one is a layout. And then if you wanted to go to any application from the classic, so from the classic, if you wanted to go to marketing application, sales application, and service application, here we will be having some icon. So there will be some icon here. So we need to click on here. One icon will be there in the classic, which is the right side. Whereas in lightning, it is a left side. Lightning, it is a left side on the navigation menu bar. On the navigation menu bar, we have 9 dots. There are 9 dots are available. If you click on that 9 dots, it will open these all applications. So let's go ahead and see quickly view the how classic and lightning looks like. So this is a classic view. This is classic view. In the classic view, on top, whatever you see this part, this is a menu bar. This one is a menu bar. All your icons and your name, everything will be appear here. And the next one is a tab bar. So this is whatever you see here, this is a tab bar. Whatever this one, chart tab, account tab, and contact tab, report tab, these all are tab bar. In the tab bar, we see all the tabs. And the third one which we have is sidebar. In the sidebar, we will see the recently items, recycle bin, and if you click on a setup, it will open the setup. So this is the sidebar. This is in classic. This is in classic. So whereas in lightning, so if you go to the lightning, so this is a lightning view of the Salesforce. So in the lightning, Salesforce lightning has the top, it has a menu bar. This is a menu bar. Whatever you see the red highlighted, it's called menu bar. All your icons and profile, everything will be appear on the menu bar. And below that, we have a navigation bar, which is called navigation bar. So home, opportunity, lead, task, file, accounts, contact, these all are navigation bar. And then below that, we have a layout. This is a layout, which is divided into the two, what are they? Basically, these are the cards, lightning cards. So this is layout. So if you put side by side, so let me place this side by side. Okay, so this is the classic view. Okay, and this is the lightning view. So if you observe the font or styling, it will be a lot of different. So whatever you see in the classic, it's a font is different. In the lightning, it is a different. So this is a classic and this is lightning. We call it classic. This one Salesforce classic and here Salesforce lightning. Now let's move on to our slide. Now moving on. So that's what we have seen, the classic view versus lightning view. And then let's move on to the Salesforce service part 1. Salesforce CRM. Salesforce CRM is as we know that, what is the difference between the tabs and navigation? So basically in classic, we call tabs. It is called tabs. In lightning, we call navigation. So there is no difference. The way of pronouncing is a different. In the classic, we say it's a account tab or a contact tab. In lightning, we say that I'm navigating to the opportunity. I'm navigating to the lead. So navigation is a basically JavaScript term. Because we use this is a lightning, right? Lightning Aura, LWC, JavaScript, this is there. So that's the reason, just it's a name difference. There is no other difference. For users or for the developers. So these views for both. Okay, so in Salesforce, we have a certain configuration. For Vijay, this is your question. So not Vijay, Jobin, for your question. So basically we have in Salesforce, we have a certain configuration. If you want to enable classic lightning for the end users, you can keep the enable classic and lightning. So what will do, Salesforce, whenever they wanted to switch back to the classic, they can switch to here. And if they wanted to switch back to the lightning, they can click on this button to switch back onto the lightning. So it is based on the configuration, how the client wants. If the client doesn't want the classic view, we can switch off this. If the client wants both the views, we can on it. So Definitely for the developers, the option will be available for the Classic and Lightning. For end users, it's depending on the how the client wants it. Is that clear, Jobin? Okay. So Salesforce CRM is a ready-made application provided by Salesforce. By using this, organization can automate their business process. So it is like going to the if you are planning to buy clothes or dresses, if you wanted to buy that. So if you go to the shop, if you are getting a ready-made shirt or ready-made dress, that means easy to wear. You need not to do alteration or anything. So maybe minor alteration, you might be doing it for the fitting. So it is similar like going to the clothes shop and selecting the ready-made shirt or a dress which fits for you. Right. So that is the Salesforce CRM is nothing but a ready-made application which is available to go use it for the basic implementation. So this is called SaaS. SaaS is nothing but a software as a service. Software as service. So software as a service is basically to use it. So as part of the software as a service, Salesforce offers cloud-based CRM. Salesforce offers cloud-based CRM software. So that can be customized to the requirement of the business of all sizes, from the global enterprises to set up micro enterprises. That means startup business to the high-end business. So this is Salesforce is providing software as a service. Salesforce offers a cloud-based CRM software, right? So based on that is, if you wanted to start the Salesforce with a basic, you can start implementing it. But on top of it, if the clients are expecting any customization, so what you can do is you can customize it based on the requirement that we are getting it from the clients. And we can give it to the end user. So Salesforce CRM is used by the end user. Salesforce CRM is used by the developers. Whoever is working on the Salesforce, everybody uses that. And Salesforce has a couple of clouds, which are mostly used in the real time. Marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud, commerce cloud, experience cloud, finance service cloud, health cloud. Mostly any company, they will start with the marketing cloud and sales cloud, service cloud. These are the major, any company will be using it. So commerce cloud is, it's based on the client requirement. Experience cloud is based on the client requirement. Finance service cloud is very rare we use it based on the client requirement on the finance service. Health cloud is also based on the health clients. What are the client requirement is based on that, we will use it. So if you go to the Salesforce application, if you click on all apps, so all apps you will be clicking on the menu bar, you have a 6 dots. In navigation bar, in Lightning, in the navigation item, we have a 6 items, 6 dots. If you click on these 6 dots, what will happen is by clicking on this, it will open up this app. So when it is opened this app, you can see all the clouds here. So marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud, community cloud, right? Any clouds you can see here. So based on the requirement, we will be using those clouds in the real time. So let's go to this
Ma'am?
course. Yes.
Yeah, most of the companies, how many clouds are using?
Maximum they will use the basic maximum one is marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud. On top of it, if they need it, they will go with the community cloud and they will go with the experience cloud.
Okay.
So in Lightning, if you click on this 9 dots, so basically you will see this screen will be popping up and click on this view all. So when you click on a view all, so you will see here all different clouds will be visible. So marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud, right? So if you click on the sales cloud, it will go to the sales application. If you click on the service cloud, it will take you to the service application. This is in the Lightning. Whereas in the Classic, if you wanted to know this, Okay, so classic, there will be a one more option. Let me switch this one. Switch to Salesforce Classic. Okay, so in Classic, here is the option. You have a Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Community Cloud, right? You can click on the Sales Cloud so that what will happen, it will go to the sales application. This is in the Classic. Now, questions. What ready-made application is provided by Salesforce? What ready-made application is provided by Salesforce?
Salesforce CRM.
Salesforce CRM. So Salesforce is providing a ready-made application called Salesforce CRM. So what are the three different applications available in Salesforce CRM?
Market Cloud, Service
Sales and Service Cloud.
Experience Cloud.
Marketing, sales, service. These are the three different applications which are used by the most of the companies. There are other clouds also, Experience Cloud. So that is very rarely based on the requirement it is used. Where do you see these applications?
In the app launcher.
App launcher.
Salesforce in the
So app launcher is nothing but whoever does not know the app launcher, the 9 dots which I have clicked on it, sir, right? So that 9 dots is called as a app launcher. So when I click on this, that means if I click on a view all, it will take you to the app launcher. So this is the app launcher. In the app launcher, you will be able to see all the clouds. What are main parts do we see in Classic application?
It is only confusion, ma'am. Can you repeat it once again?
So basically we see the main menu, tab bar, sidebar. 3 parts are there. So what are the parts is there in the Lightning application?
It is there in menu bar, navigation bar, navigation bar.
Layout.
Layout. And what menu bar contains?
It is there in sidebar.
Menu bar contains the app launcher. If you go here, right? If you go to the Classic, on the menu bar, you can click on that all the applications. What app launcher contains?
application.
Different applications.
Different applications. So like a marketing, sales, service application. What tab bar contains?
It is there
Tab.
in
Different tab.
Contains the tabs which are related to the marketing, sales, service application. What navigation bar contains?
All
the
navigation items
marketing.
of different objects.
Navigation items that are related to the marketing, sales, service. What is third part in Classic application?
Sidebar.
Sidebar. And what is the third part in Lightning application?
Layout.
Layout.
Layout. So that's all about the software as a service, Salesforce CRM. Now we'll see the second part. Now, what Salesforce is providing as part of software as a service? We know that it is a Salesforce CRM. And Salesforce CRM is used to automate the marketing, sales, service process of organization. So where does Salesforce CRM application is stored? Now, so far we have seen this is a Salesforce CRM application. This is Salesforce CRM application. But where does this Salesforce CRM application stores? Do I
Server.
need to store
On
it in
server
the
side.
laptop, or do I need to install in mobile? Do I need to install in tab, or do I need to install in my laptop? So where does a Salesforce CRM? So let's take a step back for that before answering that question. So let's take an example of what is Microsoft Office. What is Microsoft Office? We use it, right? What is Microsoft Office? So Microsoft Office is where the WordPad, Excel, we use it, right? It's a software. So where does the Microsoft Office store?
It is a desktop.
In laptop, we have to install it. We have to
Okay.
install in laptop. So then only we can use the Microsoft WordPad, then only we can use the Microsoft Office, whatever the related application that are related to this software, we can use it, but it has to be installed in the laptop. So what kind of a software is Microsoft Office here? Then it is a on-premise software application. Whenever we are installing any software, that means those softwares are called on-premise software application. So if I know that there is some software which is a on-premise software, that means we need to install that software in the system, in the laptop. So without installing, we cannot access. So Microsoft Office is stored in the local device. That's why it is located as a on-premise application. Now we can access the Microsoft Word document from the laptop once it is installed, right? So these are the on-premise. Now where Salesforce CRM application, where the Salesforce CRM application is stored. Do I need to install that in laptop? No, I need not to install anything in the laptop. It basically stores in the server. Salesforce CRM application stores in the server. So server is located in data center provided by Salesforce. Now I need to connect to server. If I wanted to log into the Salesforce CRM, so this is the Salesforce CRM. So if I wanted to log into the Salesforce CRM, I need to connect to the server. Where is the server? Server is located in the data center. Server is located in data center. Who is providing this data center? Provided by the Salesforce. And Salesforce CRM application can be accessed through the browser by using the internet. If you have two things in your laptop, which is an internet connection and the second one is a browser. If you have these two things, you will be able to connect Salesforce without installing anything on your system. So how you are going to access the Salesforce? For example, you are trying to access the browser and you have an internet connection. So when you are logging into the Salesforce, right, login.salesforce.com, when you enter that and when you enter the user ID password, what will happen? It will go to the server. First, it will hit the server. And within the server, we have a database.com. This is a Salesforce specific database.com. Within the Salesforce database.com, we have a Salesforce CRM. So I need to hit server and the database, and within that, we have a Salesforce CRM. So whenever we are trying to log in, whenever I'm trying to log in here, user ID, password, click on submit, what will happen? The request will go to the server. First, it will hit the server, then it will hit the database, then it will hit the Salesforce CRM. Now, once it is successful, what will happen? It will send the response back to the whoever is trying to access. It says that successfully able to log in. So as soon as you click on that submit button, what will happen? It will redirect it to the new page if it is a successful. So this is how the communication happens. So I need not to install the Salesforce in the system. It has to be connected via the browser if you have an internet connection. Now Salesforce CRM. Now I'm not installing the Salesforce CRM. Now, in that case, what Salesforce CRM is called here? Salesforce CRM is called as a cloud application. Salesforce CRM is called cloud application because we are connecting, we are not installing anything in the laptop. We are connecting, right? We are connecting to the server. Now, cloud application are stored in vendor server. Cloud application are stored in vendor server access through the browser and internet. So cloud application need not to be installed in the laptop, which can be directly, cloud will be stored in the vendor server. We can directly connect it. So Salesforce is a cloud concept. Salesforce is a cloud concept. So entire course, our entire course is practiced using the browser and internet without installing any software in laptop. You just need to have two things. One is your internet connection. Make sure that your internet connection is good, and your browser, whatever the browser you are using it. These two you need to have it. So our entire course will be accessed like this. Salesforce is providing the server in data center. Now, infrastructure as a service. Let's see the infrastructure as a service. So providing a storage space, memory resource, backup, recovery mechanism is called infrastructure as a service. That means now I'm trying to access this Salesforce here. I'm trying to access the Salesforce. Now, when I open something here, I can see the data here, query performance, some names are there here, all this. That means there has to be, these all data has to be stored somewhere. This data has to be stored somewhere. Then only whenever I'm logging to the Salesforce, or if I'm refreshing this, what will happen? It is taking a fraction of a second, then it is loading the data. That means it is trying to bring the data from somewhere to the user on this where the user can see the information. So from where it is trying to bring it, it is trying to bring the data from. We have something concept called infrastructure as a service, where we have a storage space, storage mechanism, backup, recovery mechanism is called infrastructure as a service. So Salesforce database name is database.com. So Salesforce database is, we have a database.com. Data is stored in the form of rows and columns. Data is stored in the form of rows and columns. So Salesforce is providing the server in 3 regions. Why we have 3 regions? Because in the world, Salesforce can be accessed by anybody. So Salesforce can be accessed by India, Salesforce can be accessed by Singapore, Salesforce can be accessed by the US, Dubai, wherever. So they have divided into 3 regions. One is EMEA, Europe, Middle East, East Africa, and second one is Americas, and the third one is Asia Pacific. So these 3 regions are there. So servers in the Salesforce are called instances. All the data and application which we use are stored in the instance in one of the region. That means if you're like, whenever you are creating the developer edition, whenever you are creating a developer edition, so basically you need some credential needs to be created, right? So whenever you are creating, you will be mentioning the country there. You are from which country? So based on that country, it will be linked to one of these 3 regions. And so remember database.com here, database.com, and then instance, and then region. So let's see. So infrastructure as a service is to store. This is to store, whereas software as a service is to use it. Infrastructure as a service is to store. As part of the infrastructure as a service, Salesforce is providing the database storage called database.com. So database.com is a massive data storage facility. User can store and retrieve the data. Now, if you go to this status.salesforce.com, this is basically to know the status of the Salesforce, and then you can click on the Salesforce services. If you click on the Salesforce services, which is the first one, you will see the 3 regions here: EMEA, America, Asia, Pacific. Now, whenever you create a org, whenever you create a developer edition, right? So, or else, let's do this way. Whenever you check Americas, right? All the America instances will be displayed here. If you check Asia Pacific, all the Asia Pacific instances will be displayed here. If you check EMEA, all the EMEA Pacific will be shown here. So for example, if you are created a org from Dubai, okay, so Dubai will be part of, if I select EMEA, you can see all the Dubai instances will be there. So like this, based on your instance, it will be, you can select the region here, your instances will be displayed here. Now, question, what database is Salesforce?
Data stored in the form of.
Database.com. Salesforce database is database.com. What Salesforce providing as part of infrastructure as service?
To provide the storage memory to store the data.
Storage, right? Storage and providing the database called database.com instances in different regions. And in how many regions Salesforce is providing the data center?
In 3 regions.
3 regions.
3 regions. What are those?
Europe.
EMEA, America, and Asia Pacific.
Right. So EMEA, Americas, Asia, Pacific. Now let's move on. So far, whatever we have learned it. So far what we have seen in software as a service, and we have seen infrastructure as a service. So this is software as a service, which is nothing but Salesforce CRM. This is to use. And the next one which we have seen is infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. So infrastructure as a service is database.com. And this is to store. So software as a service is to use, infrastructure as a service is to store. Now the next one, the third part which we are going to see is, now let's say Salesforce CRM and database.com. Will it be enough for organization? Now I have a CRM where the user can log in and view the information here. I have a infrastructure as a service where I can store all my data here. So will it be enough if I have this UI and if I have this database? Does it enough for me to run the business or implement anything? So let's assume that, let's take a scenario. HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank want to use the Salesforce technology. They wanted to use the Salesforce technology. So what they have done is they have purchased a license. They have purchased a Salesforce license. When they purchased it, they got a Salesforce CRM and the database. That means they have received software as a service, which is a Salesforce CRM, and they have received a database.com. So whenever we purchase a license, these two will be allocated. Now, whenever organization takes a license from the Salesforce, what they get it? They get Salesforce CRM, and along with that, they will get the storage space in the server. Now, where this Salesforce CRM is running now? Salesforce CRM, and when we open a Salesforce CRM, how all the features are visible? And will this be enough for organization or they need any other thing? So let's see with the example. So step 1, HDFC Bank have taken the license from Salesforce. Step 2, they log into the Salesforce CRM application. Now I need to enter my credential in order to log into the Salesforce CRM. Once I log into the Salesforce CRM, so what they have seen, the first thing they have observed is Salesforce logo. The first thing they have observed is, here it is, Salesforce logo. Now, if you are implementing an application for the HDFC, right, we need to see the HDFC logo here. Now, if I open any HDFC or ICICI Bank or any other bank, right, so ABC Bank, if I open anything here, So what will happen? Every bank or every organization has dedicated logo and they have a certain format structure will be there. So the background color, format, everything will be font color, everything will be in their format. So right now, whenever the users are opening, the first thing they can see here, it is a Salesforce logo. So they will get confused. Now Salesforce logo. Now how customers recognize this as a HDFC application? Because we are showing the Salesforce logo. So customers are confused. They need to see HDFC logo and theme color related to the HDFC. They need to see the logo and theme color. So every bank will have some color like a Standard Chart, light blue or something, ICICI, it will be light yellow or something will be there. So every bank will have their own logo and color. So similarly, customers are expecting whenever they are opening the HDFC application, instead of a Salesforce logo, they wanted to see the HDFC logo. Now to do this, what is required? To do this, what is required? So the way how let's take an example of train runs through the platform. So I'm taking an example, train. Now let's take a Salesforce CRM, like let's take an example of train. So if the train wants to run it, right, you need a platform there, right? Or if you have a platform, though you have a train and engine, you have a both. One is train, you have a train here, and there is an engine. But is it fine to make sure that to run this train? So this is a train and this is an engine. I need a platform. I need a platform to run this train. Similarly, Salesforce also need a platform. Salesforce also need a platform in order to run the Salesforce CRM by using with the help of database.com. So here the platform is called development environment. Here platform is called development environment. In the Salesforce CRM, we need a platform that is called development environment. So this is as part of the platform as a service. This is as part of the platform as a service. Salesforce is providing the development environment. So we have a Salesforce CRM application and database.com. Now, where this Salesforce CRM is running, right? When we open the Salesforce CRM, how all the features are visible, we can see that. So basically, platform as a service is to build. Platform as a service is to build. So we have, as part of the platform as a service, Salesforce is providing the development environment called force.com. So force.com is used by the administrator and the developer. Administrator as well as they will be using the developer. So it is used for configuration, customization of existing CRM application. So development of any kind of a new application from the small website to the enterprise application, we need to use the platform service. So development, any application. So basically, if you wanted to implement any application, you need to have a platform. You need to have a platform, which is very important. This is platform as a service. Platform as a service. So platform as a service is force.com. This is to build. Now, if you wanted to do any configuration, customization, everything will be done here. So platform as a service sits between the software as a service and infrastructure as a service. So between this, the platform as a service sits here. So which is very important. Without this, you cannot run the Salesforce. Now questions, what is platform called?
To store the
platform called where we can configure Salesforce application and also do the development and deployment as well.
Development.
Right. So platform is a development environment where we can do all our configuration customization. Which platform is provided by the Salesforce as a part of platform as a service?
Force.com.
Force.com. Right. What can be done with the Force.com platform?
It is there in cloud.
Easily customize the existing application and we can
Development
create
of
a new application.
Configuration and customization.
Right. So using Force.com platform, developer can customize or configure the application. Now that's all about the software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Now we are going to move on to the technologies, Salesforce technologies. So types of software technologies. So technologies used for the software application, front end. First one is a front end, which is also called as a user interface. So user interface enables the user to interact with the devices. Users input data from user interface. Front end is nothing but whatever I'm seeing here. Now I'm a user here. I can open anything. That means user is interacting with the Salesforce. Whatever I'm doing it here, this is called front end. And next one is a backend. Backend is where the database.com. So backend here is infrastructure as a service. So backend, database, storage, backend where the data is stored in database. Now the next one is a business logic. Business logic is the programming that manages communication between the user interface and database, which is where we are writing the business logic in the platform as a service. Now let's take an example. Now I have a database.com. So in the database.com, I have a table. In the database.com, I have a table. So assume that this is a table, which is the account table. Some customer data is there. Now I have a data which is stored in the form of rows and columns. I have a data which is stored in the form of rows and columns. So this is one row and similar like a Excel sheet, how you have in the Excel sheet. So this is first row and this is second row and third, fourth rows are there. And then two columns. This is a number column and here we have a account names. Now this is some data which is sitting in the database.com. In the front end user interface, we have a, this is a user interface, whatever I have shown you. So I'm searching here some data. So in order to implement user interface, we use a technologies in the Salesforce. Either we use a Visualforce or we use a Lightning Aura component or we use a Lightning Web component. Either of these three, we will, by using these three, any of these three, we will implement a user interface. So whenever, if you have any requirement to implement a user interface, then you need to use either Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. Now assume that this is implemented using the Lightning Web component and I'm searching here ABC. So ABC is basically it is trying to search an account name here. So out of these four, there is a one record which is matching ABC. So when I'm trying to enter, so once I enter the ABC and I'll hit enter as soon as I'm done. So what will happen is there is a request, it will send to the database.com through the business logic. A user interface sends the request to the database.com through the business logic. In the business logic, we use a Apex, we use a SOCL, which is a Salesforce object, query language, Salesforce object, search language. Basically, these two are used to retrieve the data from or to insert a data or to retrieve the data from database.com. So assume that database.com received a request and it will try to identify ABC. So they are trying to search a record here. Which one is the correct one? So it will find the first one is the right one, which is starting with ABC. So once it is found, it sends the response to the user interface through the business logic. So once the user interface receives the response, then we will see here ABC, whatever the same name is there, the same name will be displayed here. Now questions, what is a front end here?
It is a user interface.
whatever we see when we log in, that all we can call as we
Yeah, so front end is where end users enters the input. It is called as a user interface. What is back end?
It is a database.
data.
Database.com to store the data. What is business logic?
Business logic means
What is a business logic?
Write the program through Apex or Cosmos.
Apex.
Where we are writing the programming between the front end and back end. So this programming will be done on the business logic. So what a business logic is nothing but a logic which I'm writing to execute the program. What are front end technologies in Salesforce?
Visualforce, LWC, LWC.
So we have a 3 Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. What are backend technologies in Salesforce?
Apex, Socal, Social.
Database.
Database.com. And what is the business logic in Salesforce?
It is there in Apex.
Apex. So Salesforce technologies. So let's see the learning path. So that is all about the technologies. Now let's see how can we learn this Salesforce. So our learning path is first we will explain whatever our training will be there. First we will go through the consulting and then admin, then development, lightning, and then integration. So we will be covering all these topics in our course. So what are the skills that are required for admin and consulting work? So configuring the Salesforce CRM application without using a code. So skills required is Salesforce administration. So just you need a skills for the administration in order to, like a example, configuring any Salesforce CRM application without using the code. So development work, that means you need to customize or implement some logic Salesforce CRM application or building the new application. Skills required is you need a administration, Apex, Visualforce, Socal, Social, right? So these all you need it. This is a basic development. Lightning work, customizing the existing Salesforce CRM and building the new application. The skills that are required for this is you need to know that administration, Apex, Socal, Social, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. Now, next one is the integration work. So integrating the Salesforce application with the third-party application to transfer the data. So we use, in order to implement this integration, you need a skills here, administration, Apex, Socal, Social, REST API, SOAP API. Now let's see how the jobs are. Time to get into the jobs. Who can learn the Salesforce? There are a few questions which I'm keep on hearing it. So the questions are like, I'm working in a different domain from last 10 years. Can I get into the Salesforce? I am from non-technical background, BA, BGC, MBA, commerce, civil engineer, mechanical engineering, electrical background, teacher, HR, recruiter. Can I learn the Salesforce and get into the job? I have completed my graduation in 2010. I'm a housewife. I'm doing a business. Can I learn, get into the Salesforce job? Or else I have a gap of 3 to 10 years. Can I learn the Salesforce and get the job? Or I'm a fresher. Can I learn a Salesforce and get a job? Is there a jobs for the freshers? So these all questions most of the members will be asking. So the answer for any of these questions is yes. Salesforce is the best platform if you are a non-technical background, or if you have a gap, or if you are a housewife, or if you got a break or gap from 3 to 10 years, or if you are a fresher, if you want to step into the IT, then the Salesforce is the easiest one. And Salesforce, you can learn it very easily. And if you have a knowledge of JavaScript or anything, that is if you have that kind of a knowledge from your BTech or somewhere, then it is very easy. If you do not have a non-technical background also, I'll be teaching my courses, whatever my courses are there. My courses are from the basic level. I'll try to explain how to implement a initializing the code, how to write a small code to a very big program. So I'll be taking you step by step and I'll be giving you the homework so that what will happen, you will be used to that program. So don't worry about what are the questions are you have. That is, don't worry, we will take care of, because Salesforce is the best one, which you can learn it very easily, but you just need to focus on it. So course methodology from our side is 260 hours live session, and consulting admin 35 sessions, development 35 sessions, lightning 30 sessions, Salesforce integration 30 sessions, and then we have a interview sessions. Our team will be taking care of it. And then daily assignment, I'll be giving the daily, at least 2 to 3 assignments I'll be giving based on the topic that I'm teaching on that day. That is our course methodology. But what I need from your side, the participation side, dedication and hard work. So daily attendance, active in a session, whenever we ask a question, answering it, because in between I'll be asking the questions, practicing the assignment, writing the answers to the interview questions. I'll be giving the assignment within the classes also, and I'll give the specific time in order to complete that assignment. Sometimes if you are not able to complete it, I'll take over and I'll implement that assignment. I'll explain that assignment. And attending the regular interview sessions, our team will be going to conduct the interview session, so they will be taking up. So that is expected from you. Now, if you are doing this dedication, hard work, very dedicated to the classes and homework and the assignment. So if you have a question, how many days takes to get the how many days takes to get the Salesforce job? So 4 to 6 months based on your preparation. So all the best for that. So 4 to 6 months, if you are very dedicated to the daily classes, so then you will get the Salesforce job. And what are the roles and job availability right now? So I'm hearing it, there are job opportunities are very less, but don't worry, from the March 1st week onwards in India, there are a lot of job openings are going to come up. So 6% jobs are available for Salesforce administrator all over the world. Very less jobs are there for if you are learning only admin and consulting. And then 16% jobs are available for Salesforce business analyst all over the world. So Salesforce business analyst means who will be working with the client directly. And then 78%, which is a very highest jobs are available for the developers who knows the coding. So development means you need to learn the Apex, you need to learn the Sockle, Saucer, Visualforce, Lightning Aura, LWC. If you know, and integration, if you know this, you will be eligible for 78%. So check the requirement, what are they are asking it, based on that, you can apply it. So this is
Ramesh here, basically I'm from a non-IT, so with Salesforce admin certification, can I move into a business analyst role?
yes, you can do. Business analysts need the roles.
Do we have any prerequisites for business analyst apart from Salesforce admin?
So business analyst responsibility roles are basically they need to know the admin, they need to know the Salesforce consulting. So they need to know the consulting admin part very clearly and little bit of coding. So when you are going for the business analyst, it is fine if you are having a certification which is related to admin, and also there is another certification which is called as a consulting, and there are some certifications for the business analyst also. You can do that. You can do that also, jobbing. So it's not necessary that you need to get into the job. Okay, so it's based on your flexibility, how you want it to do. So there are many, those will be available, like working from home options are available, right? So you can do those also. as a Salesforce admin dev, we build the application for client, say a TV manufacturing company. Now my doubt is, after we build it, who use this application? A normal sales guy or manager, or client will hire the Salesforce admin only to work in it? Okay, so let's take a simple example. If you are in India, you go to the hospital, right? So when you go to the hospital, you first go to the receptionist. When you go to the receptionist, they will open certain application and they will ask your first name, last name, age, date of birth, and BP, everything they will check it, right? So those all, how they are doing it, that is somebody has implemented the application. One of the developer or one team has implemented the application. Now they gave it to the hospital. Now you use it. Hospital is started using that application. And also later hospital came up that in case if there are any patients who cannot come to the hospital, they wanted to open the online. So they wanted to have the form that should be open in the online, which they can fill it up from the home. So these all can be implemented by the developer, and who will be using it? Whoever the end users are there, end users will be using it, as well as the clients. When I say clients, the receptionist and the doctor, whenever the doctor come to the hospital, whenever he wanted to see what is my next operation, so what he will do, he will open up the application, he will check what is my next and where should I need to go and what is the schedule time. Everything he will check. So in a day, how many operations do I have? Where he is going to check, he has to open a certain application and he need to verify it. So who is using here? Client is using. Similarly, end user is also using it. End user, why they will use it? End user at the end, if they wanted to know the bill, now they will ask, I need a soft copy. Where can I check? Where should I need to go to the application? So because I need to check certain information in the application, so end users also will use it. So developers, definitely developer has to implement it, and then we will transfer to the client. Client has to use it, test it. If it is working fine, that means it is ready to ship. When it is ready to ship, everybody can use in the hospital, as well as the end users also can use it. Is that clear, Sai Krishna? Okay, so the next question, Java knowledge required to learn the development side of the Salesforce. JavaScript knowledge is required for the Lightning LWC, for the Lightning Aura and LWC, which I'll be teaching it. So first I'll be explaining the Lightning Aura, basic tags, then we will be jumping on to the Java, then we will jumping on to the LWC. So don't worry about the JavaScript or any other HTML, CSS, whatever you know, whatever is required for the real time, I'll be focusing on that part. Admin development parallel sessions. You can take it, admin development parallel session, but admin, first it has to complete some basic admin steps. When I say basic admin, so there are few members who does not know how the Salesforce works. So for them, we need to give a little bit introduction about the admin. So what we are going to focus this time is, whoever is joining this time will focus on the admin first few days, like a 30 days or some days, then it will be, we can move on to the development parallelly. So if you have a knowledge on C++, that is fair enough, you can learn the Salesforce very easily, because the starting commands which are equal, similar to the C. Okay, so let's move on. Roles and job position. So consulting, this is as per the Google. So consulting 30%, development 17%, sales solution architect 17%, business analyst 16%, technical architect 15%, administrator 6%. So admin is very less, business analyst is 16%, and then developer, you have it more options there. We have a reference videos if you wanted to go through any basic about our basic first program in the Apex, Visualforce, Social, Lightning Aura, and the Lightning Web component. You can, I'm just pinging you this in the chat. So just go through this whenever you have a time. And this is the number if you wanted to go for payment, and please register yours. So the registration form, I'll be. So I'll mention this registration form here. So please fill up the registration form, and this is the number for GPay. And if you have any questions, our team is online. You can ask a question. If it is any technical, just let me know, I can answer. Any other questions?
Swapna,
Yeah.
yeah, I have one doubt is there. In which companies are offered in the Salesforce?
Salesforce has many companies. If you go to the customer success, so this is a customer success story. If you go to here, there are 150,000 companies who are using the Salesforce. So you can
Okay.
check here who all the companies are using the Salesforce.
Okay, fine. It is a purely coding, like?
It's not a purely coding, 50% configuration, 50% coding. So if you are
Okay.
able to implement the requirement in the configuration, perfect, well and good, only configuration is enough. But sometimes it is not enough configuration, 50% coding should be there.
Okay. It
And
is a,
can I apply for different certifications even without getting a job? Or is it necessary to start a job before applying these certifications?
Ideally, if you ask me, everybody is getting hurry to do the certification, but you need a real-time experience. Because the question that will raised in the certification is the use case. Use cases will be raised in the certification. Now, if you're doing the certification, I cannot say no, you can go ahead it, but ideal way is if you have a real-time experience, if you know very well what are the different scenarios that are used in the admin or anything. Because in the certification, whenever we are writing, they will not ask a direct question, what is the Salesforce CRM, what is infrastructure. They will give a use case. I have a so-and-so company, and there is a user, Marius is a user, and this user wanted to do certain information. So that they will proper scenario, they will build it and they will give the answers. So for that, you need to have a real-time experience. So don't be hurry in a certification. Certification is just for on the initial step, whenever you are applying for the interview, on the initial step, if you want your resume to be picked up, then they will first thing they will look at it, certification. But once you picked up, they will ask related to the those questions, so which we are not aware. So my suggestion is you need a real-time experience.
Okay, ma'am.
Hi, Sapna.
Yeah, hi.
Vijay this side. And my question is I'm not from any IT background, right? I never done that. And as you mentioned in the last that for development that we need to have the knowledge about C++ and other other languages, right? So in what are the top most languages that we need to have the knowledge about?
You don't need C++, C, Java, basically those are not. If you have a OOPS knowledge, OOPS concept.
Okay.
Okay, if you know that, you will be able to write the Apex coding.
Okay.
For
Okay.
Lightning Aura and LWC, you definitely need a JavaScript, but don't worry, I'll be teaching what is the coding that we need to learn there. But in order to start basic coding in the Salesforce, if you know the OOPS concept, that's well and good. You can do the programming.
Okay, as I mentioned that I never done that. I mean, I do not have any idea about this.
Don't worry, I'll be teaching the OOPS concept also. So
Okay.
I'll be teaching from the basic onwards, everything I'll be teaching it. So in our class, in my classes, I'll be teaching what is the OOPS concept, how to initialize it, how to set a value into the variable, everything I'll be going from the basic level. Because in our session, in our daily live session, we have a different members who knows very good, who doesn't know very well. So we will cover
Yes, sir.
everybody.
Okay. And what would be the timings on
How
daily
many
basis?
hours per day will be the class?
2 hours we are planning. And the
Okay.
timings, just mention your timings in the, whatever your comfortable timings are there. Just mention it in the sheet which I have given. So in this sheet, just mention, fill this form and mention whatever the times you are. It is not there.
Like, what's the cost for the course?
Cost, yeah. Madhu, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So they are asking the cost and the timing. Can you take it up?
It's admin is 6,000. Development 6,000. That is the initial courses. Later we can plan for lightning and integration.
So for those two, like, what's the duration? Admin and development.
It's 35 days and 35 days. 70 days it takes.
Okay, daily 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like just like initial one person said, like as I said, like I am also completely from a non-IT background, so I hope you like the teaching will be from the scratch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, teaching will be definitely from the scratch. May I know your good name?
Ramesh Kumar.
Ramesh, yeah. So we will be teaching from the basics, so don't worry about it. So we have already members who are learning, who does not know the coding part. They are learning very good in my classes.
Which course should be enrolled from the beginning?
Consulting and admin. So you need to start with the admin part and consulting part.
Coding comes in the lightning and integration part, madam.
Coding will be there in the development, lightning, integration.
So for the consulting part also the same charge, or like
Consulting admin together.
okay. Done. Like when the batch going to start?
It's March 6th is the basic sessions. Can you fill the form which I have sent now?
Sure.
There you can mention your preferable timings. March 6th is the date and you mention your preferable time. As per that we will plan.
Okay. Sure.
Can you show that to Swapna? Yeah, this one. This is the form. If you fill form, then only we will contact you. Otherwise, no. You get call only from the for the people those who fill the form. We might send WhatsApp message, but we don't call you for follow-ups if you don't fill form, because we don't want to disturb you. Please fill that form and mention your preferable times. And if you have any questions, please.
Sorry, I was asking, sir, for the each course, you would be you're charging 6,000, right?
No. For admin consulting 6,000, for development 6,000, lightning 15,000, integration 8,000. Total 35,000 is the course fee. In this, we are going to do your resume building, mock interviews, and your